So we know that they send some kind of rockets up. I think a lot are fake, but people do see something being launched. But as we know, they go up, they level off, and then you can see them actually going down. So where are they going? Because we know they're not going into space. Well, they have a graveyard as a resting place for sunken spaceships. Now they claim that this is satellites and space junk that just falls from the sky from orbit, and it just happens to land all in the same area. How convenient is that? In a remote stretch of the Pacific Ocean southeast of New Zealand, the broken remains of space stations and robotic freighters litter the ocean floor, 4 kilometers below the waves. The world's space agencies call this region the South Pacific Ocean uninhabited area, but it's also called the spacecraft cemetery. Note the area, because if we look on a flat map, New Zealand, you've got this whole area here, uninhabited, no one's there. You've got rockets being launched from the west coast of America, United States, and various other locations, and they're just sending them out here, and you would never know. Spaceship cemetery, so that's where they send all the stuff. This lonely region is near Point Nemo, the point in the ocean which is furthest from any landmass, named for Captain Nemo of Jules Verne's classic sci-fi novel. Isn't it amazing how science fiction is linked so closely with the space program? Because that's all it is, science fiction. The whole space program is based on science fiction. Okay, I'll give you 2 links. Jules Verne, Moon Gun, Trip to the Moon. Verne's analysis resulted in the following correct predictions. So there's just all these coincidences from these books that match the actual so-called real space program. And I'm not just talking about the name of the module, which is called Columbiad in the book, then it was called Columbia by NASA. I'm talking about maths equations, figures, the escape velocity to leave Earth. All of these things just happen to pretty much match what's in these books, which are science fiction books, which they've written about and dreamed for thousands of years. Men going to the moon. This is nothing new. This is not a new idea. This goes back to the Greeks and beyond. Also, another book which I'll leave a link to, The Problems of Space Travel. This is on the NASA website. They converted it to English, translated it. It's actually called Nordungs das Problem der Beförderung des Weltraums. These science fiction pieces, before Arthur C. Clarke, before Carl Sagan, before all these people, okay, there's always been science fiction about space and space travel, satellites and everything, how to build a space station, all come from this book. Okay, these 2 books you should start looking into. The space program is a science fiction. And then they have, I'll put a video on at the end, that they had runways for the shuttles to land in secret locations. So that's where the rockets that they do send up go. And again, just happens to fit with a flat map. All that ocean that no one will ever see. Anyway, I'll leave links in the description for all these.